Mystery Ridge has turned into Misery Ridge. It's really thick in here, but I'm committed now, so I'm going to try and push down and drop some height. Maybe get through some of this regrowth. But I bumped out a hind before. I rolled about 3 times and then she just sort of pushed off, but I found a bit of a bush edge along here that I'm just trying to follow, but a lot of it's been this stuff. So, yeah, I don't like my chances, but I'll keep going. I'm committed now, so just about 45 minutes out of camp. I've just pushed down through all this junk. I've dropped about 150 elevation, but I wanted to hunt up in there, but it's just all that probably 10-year-old regrowth. It's just really thick, but the sun's just popping through. There's all this small eucalypt regrowth here, but you can see it drops off there and the contour lines are pretty tight. So I think what I'm going to do is going to change the plans. I'm going to go over in there and then hunt back up that sunny face while it's popped up. See how I go. Walk on logs to get through it. I was hoping I'd be able to glass through there, but there's no, it's too thick and it's not steep enough where it rolls away. To get advantage, it's just, you're just looking through the regrowth, so I'm going to turn back, head back up this bloody ridge that I just bashed down now, which won't be very pleasant. Noisy though. There's glass in. Walk 10 metres, glass. Walk 10 metres. I'm just glassing this hillside. Up here, it's a fair way off. It's about probably nearly a K over there. But it's got morning sun on it, and it's an option to hunt on the way out if I sort of jumped halfway back before the final walk out. So it's not a face you can hunt well when you're on it. It's sort of really bumpy on the way down, like the contours aren't just one big slope, so it's hard to glass on the face. But I'll get a good look at it from over here, so never know what we find sitting out on some of those bluffs in the sunshine, so we'll keep looking. But it's pretty noisy. Moving around in all this open forest, and there's not heaps of sign over in this side, so I'm going to head back towards camp after glassing this and see what I'm going to do then. I've got an animal down over this edge here, making a little bit of noise. Every now and then you can hear it breaking things as it moves, but I've got to try and get through all of this noisy stuff, so just want to get to that leaning dead stump there. Hopefully I can see over the edge a bit better. There's definitely a deer up in there. I just can't see far enough. I've only got about 15 metres visibility. Every couple of minutes I hear it move and I shuffle along a little bit. I think it's slowly moving away, but I think it's heading into an area that it might bed for the morning down in all that regrowth, so I don't like my chances at all, but I'll keep slipping along this edge and see. It's all gone quiet down in there now. A couple of crackles further along. About 20 minutes ago, but I need that noise of it moving, because there's not enough visual, so anyway, I'm going to head back in the direction I was going. That's alright. So I'm just leaving camp now. It's about 10:30 in the morning. I haven't had any luck over on that other side that I checked out, so I'm just going to slowly make my way back over to some of those gully heads that I found all that stag sign in the first afternoon I was in here, and missed the shot on that stag. So there was that's probably some of the thickest sign I've seen down in there. So I'll head over there and have a look. I'll probably end up just sitting over there and sit up above a gully and wait till like 4 o'clock or something, but I figure I'm better off down here than just sitting in camp. So I came here to hunt, so I might as well go and sit somewhere productive. So we'll see how it goes. It's meant to be really hot today, so it's warm already, so I'm not really looking forward to that. I've got the leggings off, I'm just walking around in shorts and gaiters now. So fortunately, touch wood, I haven't seen a snake yet, so I'm sure that'll change. But yeah, there doesn't seem to be too many in where I am, whether it's because I'm high or don't know. Anyway, not complaining about no snakes, that's for sure. It's interesting, this is the 3rd day in a row that we've had of warm, sunny conditions. I only saw a few of these little flowers out when I came in here on Monday, but there's heaps of them out now. So I've just come right down this hillside from up in there, glass and all down in here. I just thought, I'll go over that way on this bush line. A little spiker got up right there, trotted off into there. It's like 30 metres. Probably been able to see me for the past 100 metres. Just been moving real slow, but I didn't even look up on this ridge because I thought they'd be down over the edges. Funny things, these Sambar. There's the second deer I've bumped out of this stuff. It's lucky to be anybody grass in here. Yeah, there's deer in here. Stalking these little gully heads. It's pretty slow trying to be quiet through here. It's the middle of the day. But there's a sign down in there. This hillside. Burnt trees and windfall. Man, this will be rough in 5 years' time. So I'm just out on a bluff at the moment. I've got a pretty good outlook right across there. It's the opposite hillside that's about 350 to 400 yards away. It's getting pretty baked at the moment in the sun, but there's pockets of cover in it. And there's deer over there because I bumped that small deer up the top before, so plan will be to glass that for a while. I've got the improvised shade up behind me because it's pretty warm today, and that sun's got a lot of bite to it, so I'll glass this and then I'm going to poke across these sort of gully heads about 150 metres down from the ridge line, see if I can pick something up along there, but see how we go. Been marking the tree up this little wallow. It's in a cool little basin, this one. A rub tree there. But there's just acres and acres of this semi-burned slope. It's really hot. So I just need to cool off a bit. The wind's terrible, it's just swirling around all over the place. 1 minute it's on my nose, then it's up the back of me. It's doing my head in. So I reckon everything I had planned this afternoon completely. Just a little bit undecided with what I'm going to do at the moment. Just having a bit of a sit down in the shade. It's really hot today, it's about 18 degrees. I got a weather update before. The forecast for tomorrow is really hot again. I'm slightly concerned that meat that I've got hanging in the trees not going to keep all that well in this weather. It was hot yesterday too, so I might head back up to camp and check that out. I haven't completely discounted moving camps this afternoon. This area that I wanted to hunt, it's almost like 50% of it's no good because it's all been severely fire affected. I knew there'd been a burn in here, but I wasn't sure how hot some of it is. You never can fully tell, but yeah, some of that stuff over there was really hot, and there was some good glassing, but I think in this hot weather they're not going to be out on those baked faces. Yeah, sure, if the nights were down around 0, I think they'd be out in those sunny spots in the morning. They'd be trying to get some body warmth up, but the nightly minimums are only about 8 degrees, so it's yeah, this hot weather's put a bit of a spin on me. I think the deer will be down in some of those cooler gullies. The weather's been, not the weather, the wind has been terrible in here. It's just swirling around. 1 minute it's behind me, the next minute it's on my nose. I don't think that's helping. I stirred a few deer up last night in camp. I got honked multiple times. I heard an animal stomp past once. I could hear the odd crash in the bush. So I'm just a little bit concerned that I've centered this area up a bit too much, especially with this swirly wind. It's not even swirly, it'll like blow one way for 2 or 3 minutes, then the other way, and the prevailing wind's from the northwest, but it's almost backflipping on that every couple of minutes. So I'm just going to head back to camp, cool off a little bit, and reassess whether I want to pull up stumps and move camp another K or 2 back towards the car and then hunt there. We'll see what that meat's like anyway. On these in 2 full days now. Nothing on that peach tree. I don't think Sambar wallow like a pig to cool down, but you think they would do it a bit more in the heat, but anyway, who knows how they think. So I've just filled up with water. Got about 3.5 litres on board. I don't know what my pack weighs. It's probably 25 kilos, maybe 30. Then I've got the gun and everything on, so I've made the decision to move camp. You probably can't see through those trees up there, but there's a skyline up there. Big ridge line, that's where I'm headed, so yeah, that meat's not going to keep looking at the weather. It's just too hot for it, so I'm going to relocate a bit closer to the car. Hopefully it cools down a bit up there tonight, but it's meant to only be 8 degrees, which is, I shouldn't say only 8, that's really warm for up here. So yeah, I'm going to shift up there, have a hunt in the morning, hopefully get time to have a hunt this afternoon. It's about 5 o'clock now, so I've still got 3 hours of daylight. It's probably going to take me 2 hours to get up there though, so I might set up camp in the dark. I might just get up there and drop my pack and go for a hunt. So yeah, plan is to get up there and then probably walk out tomorrow mid-morning. So yeah, I'm just worried that I'm going to lose that meat. It's a long way to come down and spend time too far in when it's too hot, but a few factors in the decision. I've probably stirred that area up I've been camped in the last 3 days, so but that's all right. I don't mind that. We'll chuff up this hill, eh? It's going to be a warm one. It's going to sidle around this hillside. That's all that regrowth that I had to come through to get in here, so it's not too bad down in here. There's just a fair bit of windfall, but if I can get up that little ridge there, It might get me ring. I hate cameras. They don't perceive how steep a slope is, or how hot it is, or how much you've got to lift your leg each step climbing over windfall and all this old bloody crap. So I'm warm. So that's phase 1 done. Now I've got the ball breaker up that ridge. It's probably 180 metres vertical. But it's nice in here though. It's a bit of a saddle. It's a whole heap of ridges that come together. See, there's been deer moving through here, but wind's all wrong. Heap of paperwork, tea tree over there. There's probably a wallow in there. It's a good spot for some moisture. Or everything there, but yeah, I'm not hunting. I just want to get up. Bit of a deer pad up here anyway. Be something to follow, but I thought this looked steep on the topo. Topo was right, it's steep, at least it's semi-open, so going alright. Good climb. I don't know if that's the top behind me, I don't think it is, I think it's a false summit, but anyway, I've got up there alright, so it's normally on these steep climbs with a heavy pack on, you think. Oh, I wish I'd done more training when I was at home, but I haven't really stopped too much coming up there. I haven't stopped for a drink or anything, so I must have done something right in the build up to this one, so that's good. It's a busy little wombat, or wombat family. There's no one up there. Yeah, keen little buggers. Getting up in that alpine now. Starting to get some height. Probably at about 1600, 1650, so a little bit more to go. Oh, rest spot, just up there. Oh, it's good to break the back of that, I'll tell you. Quick and dirty camp set up. Sun's going down. I'm just going to go and glass into the wind. I don't mean to sound like a whinger with the weather, but it's abnormally hot. Even the wind is less than what it was meant to be. I thought that might have kept the temps down a little bit, but it doesn't seem to have. So I'm just going to head out over to a bit of an edge here and try and glass into the wind a bit. See what I can find. I'm not going to find anything sitting in the tent, so I might as well take advantage of this last 45 minutes of light while I'm up here. First little basin I've glassed into. And there's a young deer in it. He's just gone under that log there now, but nonetheless, anyway, I won't muck around much. I don't have heaps of light. So I got down here, just up in that, there's like a basin in there I could see from up high. So the wind's, it's probably left to right, so I'm going to keep going outside of this contour. Drop about 20 metres elevation and then move back in that direction and maybe just sit because he was working this way. So I've got this deer up in here. It's about 130 metres along this face, but I'm just going to glass it for a bit longer and see if it's by itself or if there's another animal with it. Bugger it. Must have got a wind swell. He probably fed within 50 yards. I was just happy to watch him. He's just still a yearling, so yeah, that was cool. I enjoyed that. So that little yearling smelt me before, which is a shame, and took off. He didn't run straight away. He sort of pranced forward a bit and came a bit closer, and then spun around and tore off. So I'm glad I took the time to get a bit of footage. If I wasn't mucking around with the camera, I probably could have shot him, but that was I'm happy with the execution of that, to see a deer from distance, close the gap, and I haven't feed any, probably got to within 60 metres, so yeah, like I said, shame that he tore off, but not too worried about it. That's a great way to end Wednesday. So plan tomorrow will be to pack up camp in the morning and sort of hunt, walk my way out. It's going to be another warm night, I think. I'm still just in a base layer. Yeah, I think the forecast was about 8 or 9 degrees tonight, which is really warm for this elevation. But anyway, good fun. Only downside to chasing that little yearling is I've now got to go back up the hillside that I fought my way up before. So yeah, I shed not all the elevation I gained. I was probably at 1200 metres earlier, so I've got to climb back up probably up 150 metres, so not too bad. Quick tea, into bed. I think I'll sleep well tonight. It's been a big day, especially with the warm weather. Terrible view to wake up to, eh? Just coming up. Another beautiful morning. So it's about 6:15 and I'm already sweaty. I hope you can see that. That wind this morning is really warm, so it's definitely going to be hot up in here today. So I'll just scoot around this bit of a face on the way out and just have a look down over the edges. Not expecting anything, but we'll just see as I slowly stomp along there. This little rub's actually quite fresh. Still see the green tinges. A big wire. It's nice where I am. That bit hasn't been in. Some of those could be yesterday. It's been pretty hot. Yeah, maybe. Definitely the day before. That's pretty cool. You can see where the deer, about 100 metres from that wallow, you can see the mud on the log. The foot imprints. It's really noisy in here. I'm just sort of slowly walking. I'm not bush stalking it or anything, so the wind's on my nose. I might bump something or get honked, but yeah, I'm not really actively hunting it. It's just a bit of a travel route with possible sightings. So this is that wallow that I was at on Sunday afternoon when I came in. You can see how much it's dried out. So it's Thursday morning now. So yeah, that heat's really drying things out big time. There's that change I'm talking about. These weren't out when I walked in. Whatever. These little guys, cool to see. It's happened pretty quick. Surprising how a few warm days brings it all out. Righto guys, so we'll call that a wrap on this trip. It's I'm nearly back at the car. I'm probably a kilometre walk out, just up on the tops now, so there's not too much to film up there, and it might give away where I am. So there might be a few people out there that know the spot that I'm in or can pick it, but yeah, please don't share that if you do know that. It's a good little spot in here. All up I've seen, I think I've been keeping tally 19 or 20 sambar, and when I say seen, I've either glassed, spotted them in the bush, been honked. So there's plenty of animals in here that are active. I haven't actually seen any big stags. I haven't really seen too many mature stags other than that one that I did shoot. So I've seen sign of stags, plenty of stag sign. Varying elevations, not so much in that burnt country that I've been in. I thought that might have been a bit of a draw card with all that fresh feed, but there's just so much food up here everywhere. I think they've got heaps of spots to be, so yeah. Hey, just a bit of a shout out
to anyone that's subscribed and likes the videos. It does help. I've filmed all this on a phone. I've got a little lapel mic and a selfie stick, so apologies if the footage isn't A grade, but it's all I do. I'm happy to just sort of share the trips. I'm not really a videographer, they're more just a vlog of my trip, I guess, so there's plenty of me babbling shit like this. So yeah, anyway, if you've ever thought about coming down to Victoria, give it a crack. It's heaps of fun down here. I don't know why I enjoy it so much. There's just so many aspects, but the actual hunting down here is fantastic. It's so frustrating. These Sambar Deer, you know, I go back home in New South Wales and the fallow and red deer are just so much easier to hunt than these guys. You've just got to be so switched on. They've got so many funny little idiosyncrasies, and just when you think, oh yeah, I've got these things figured out, they do something completely different. So it's a big draw card to come down and chase them just for the challenge and the area. I mean, it's absolutely tops down in here. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.